Right, it's November 13th and back with a trade recap on how to make a full-time income trading part-time. So EROS is the ticker of the day, and I mean this was a almost ideal setup. So lately, I have been very patient on entry and then taking smaller position sizes and trying to let things work. And this one was one that worked great, in my opinion, okay? So I shorted it back on Wednesday and did okay, left way early. I mean, I think I was in the 10s or 11s, and I mean, it went all the way down to the 8s. But let's focus on yesterday and today. So I wanted more. There's a bunch of hit pieces out on this. It's getting bashed. It's some shitty Bollywood movie company. So I went in with a plan that I wanted to short pops this morning because lately, if you're shorting at the open and trying to get cracks, it's just not working. I don't think it's working for anybody. So you got to dial back, be patient, because everything seems to want to look like it's going to crack, then it pushes and then fades or even cracks hard. But so I'd had a pre-market plan that I wanted 925s. So right here, jump over here. So right here, out of the gate, it pushes right up to the 950s and then starts pulling back a little bit. So I shorted 925 with the thought that, I would add, up to 10. I really felt like, for whatever reason, I was very biased on this. But keep in mind, I shorted 500 shares, puny position, because I knew I had to leave it new. And I knew I had to do other things today. So I'm not going to short 5,000 shares of a stock with multiple dollars of range, but I'll short 500, let it work, come back and see where I'm at. So beauty of it is, I got that pull and I thought about covering. I mean, it went 925 to 860, but I'm like, you know what? Let's let this work. It's choppy stock, so I mean, it runs up to 975. I was itching to add, but again, it's at 975 at 10:15. I'm like, I don't really want to add and then have to leave in an hour and a half. So let's just let it work. I set an alert after it kind of pulled back, and then I left it, 11:30 noon. I got this alert at 9:50. Again, as a part-time trader, Thinkorswim is a great tool. I'm assuming other platforms do it, but it will SMS you immediately. So you can set an alert here. I've got my laptop in the truck. I was doing other things. I get the alert, fire up the laptop. I can exit, I can add, I can do whatever I got to do. But it never hit that alert. Pretty much banged around all day. I had full intention of holding this overnight, not holding over the weekend though. So it then gaps down pre-market, so I'm licking my chops here. I'm 850s. I mean, I'm up 75 cents a share, but I wanted more. I'm like, no, I got 500 shares of this fucking stock. I want blood. So it came out of the gate straight down. I mean, that's one of the beauties of overnighting things. I hate having trades overnight, but if you're smart with your position size, I mean, I got 500 shares. What's the worst that could happen? Knock on wood. $1, $2 a share. I mean, that's a crazy scenario. But even at 500 shares, it's a manageable loss. It's like big deal. It's $1,000. It's not gonna blow up my account. So, but the beauty of holding overnight is you're much more likely to get these gap downs. So it gaps and pulls hard. I covered in the 750s and then the 730s. 500 shares, one trade, made $800. Okay, I don't care who you are. I never even looked at this thing all afternoon yesterday because my SMS never went off. Who cares? Put it on autopilot. I mean, that's $2 a share on a $9 stock. I mean, that's 20%, right? Overnight, low risk, easy. Now, my mistake was I said I wanted blood. I knew another hit piece was coming. Probably shouldn't have covered where I did, but it's like, man, when you're up $2 a share, you pretty much got to cover. I don't care if you have 100 shares. You pretty much got to cover when you're up $2 a share. Now, it was a choppy stock, but if you kind of dial back your time frame, I mean, if you're watching this on a 15-minute or a 60-minute, I mean, the fade is there. You look at this, again, as a part-timer, I think you got to not necessarily focus on the 1-minute chart so much. I mean, you look at the 1-minute chart, it's like, holy shit, this thing's going crazy. You dial back, to a 15-minute and get a little bigger picture idea. And I mean, look, or, you know, even like this moving average, or I think I got VWAP on here. I mean, the trend is down. So anyway, covered too early. It faded all day. It's down to 680s after hours. Great trade. I mean, I'm very happy with this. I managed it well, other than I should have added, really. I mean, there should have been somewhere I added another 250, another 500 shares. But again, I'm gone all afternoon. I knew I had to leave this afternoon. So basically, the only time I could trade was yesterday before noon and today before noon. And if you can make $800 in an hour each morning, then, I mean, what more could you ask for? So great setup. And, you know, going forward, all the videos, I'm going to focus more on that. I mean, I do trade a lot more active stocks. I mean, WTW and FIT were good trades today, but I'm going to try and focus these videos more on these a little more bigger picture and more of what I say would be a part-timer trade, because I don't think that gets covered much out there. And, you know, that's always been kind of my niche. I've got many interests outside of trading. I really don't want to stare at a monitor 9 hours a day, but I do love trading. I have a great passion for it, just kind of to a certain extent. So hope you enjoyed the video and looking forward to the next one.